What is up? My name is Meaghan. Welcome back to Book Talk with Meg. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we are here with a very satisfying video, and that is a book unhaul. If you guys haven't been following my channel, in the month of July I moved into my first apartment and I only have these two bookcases to store all my books. Therefore I left a lot of them behind at my parents' house, but I don't want to overburden them with books because I'm purchasing books, and you know, bookshelves, they fill up when you're a book lover. So the other day I kind of got a motivation to clear out my shelves, so I have around almost 20 books here to share with you guys, of books I have read and will never read again, books I've DNF'd that I just simply really want to remove off my shelves, and books I've tried to read but just never got into. So without further ado, we'll hop on in. I'm sorry if I offend any of you guys. These are just personal preferences and my own personal opinions. So yeah, let's start with the problematic books that I really want to get off my shelf. The first one is Somewhere Only We Know by Meaghan. I hate this book, and I have officially decided that I will never again read anything by Meaghan. I have read this and one of her other books, which I'll insert a picture here. I am blanking on the name. DNF'd both of these. This one is especially problematic in the sense that there's a lot of lying and emotional manipulation and just taking advantage of other people's situations, and it was never kind of like debated or like no character challenged that in the novel, and I got pretty far. I didn't even have like 100 pages left. So I am DNFing this along with The Way You Make Me Feel because I haven't read this, but I decided I would stop losing my time with Meaghan because she annoys me and she makes me mad. So they're going. Another super problematic book that I'm getting rid of is Frankly in Love by DNF'd, and I DNF'd this. I tried and I really dislike this book. I dislike the rating, and there are elements of cheating in here, and I'm really tired of seeing cheating as a device plot in YA novels. It was the same thing with Hot Dog Girl. It's never really explained, it's never really challenged, it's just there to make the plot move on, and I was so fed up of seeing this plot used like as a device in literature that I just screw it. I'm done with this book. I didn't go to the very end, and I don't care even if it is challenged at the end. I'm tired of seeing cheating in YA books. There will be a full discussion on this, and also really this is like a me problem, but I hate how they painted the edges. This is nothing like Six of Crows or anything. The texture of the book and the edges and everything is just ugh. So yeah, this one is going as well, and I kind of want to throw it out in the trash so that no one has to read it, but you know, that's just me being extra salty. Then we have the stack of books that I have read that I'm just giving away because I'm never going to read again. The first one being Two-Way Street by Lauren Barnhold, which if you have been on my channel since 2016, you would know I adore this book. It's kind of a sentimental book to me, but I'm never going to read it again, and I kind of want someone else to experience it. Like if I find a preteen or a teen that wants to get into reading, I wish it falls in their hands because this was a great book. It's not really problematic in any way. It's just light and fun, and I really used to enjoy Lauren Barnhold, so I hope that it finds another home where someone will enjoy it as much as I will. I just don't want it collecting dust on my bookshelves because I'm not going to reread it. We have a book I read recently in my first 24-hour readathon, and that is Petal Plucker by Iris Moreland. This is kind of like a Romeo and Juliet flower shop rom-com romance adult style that has a lot more to do with physical chemistry than anything else, and so I'm never going to reread this. It was fine when I read it, but I just don't care for this story. The cover's cute, but I'm not going to keep books just because the cover's cute. So again, this one is going. And we have a book which is very shocking. I never thought I'd get rid of a Casey West book, but we're getting rid of Faint Fate and the First Kiss. Casey West has written some of my all-time favorite books. This was her February release for 2019, and I originally gave it 4 stars. I'm going to change that rating to maybe a 2.5 or a 3. I don't like this book, and the more I see it on my bookshelf, the more it makes me angry. This book is problematic, but not like as like there's cheating or anything in here. I just find her main character to be very annoying and never really have any like redemption arc. I hated the zombie part of this. Our main character in this book has her first breakthrough in like as being an actress, and she stars in this movie that has to do with zombies, and there's kind of like a mystery element in this book as well. And I just think this was so different than all of the other Casey West books that it just wasn't for me. So I'm gonna give it away because I don't really like this. But she has brought back to her original like writing style in Maybe This Time, which I was much more a fan of than Fame, Faith, and the First Kiss, which this was a companion to Love, Life, and the List. Loved Love, Life, and the List. Hated Fame, Faith, and the First Kiss. That was a tongue twister. And now all the books that I tried reading that I never got into. We have another book by Lauren Parthold, which is Aces Up. Again, I just think that my 22-year-old self probably isn't going to enjoy this because I tried reading it and I just don't care for it anymore. This is more for a younger audience. I grew out of it. I had found this for $1 when I wanted to add it to my collection, but it's just, I'm never going to get around to it. I tried reading it and I just don't care, so hopefully it finds a nice home. We then have The Crown's Game and The Crown's Faith by Evelyn Skye. I had found those in a thrift store. Like, this one is even an ARC, which people, you can't sell ARCs. Just throwing that out there. I tried reading The Crown's Game, didn't really enjoy the writing style, and got very confused, so they're not going to stay on my bookshelf if I'm never going to read them, and you know. We also have Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Meaghan, and I don't want to read this. I thought I did, but then I kind of started reading it and I realized this is not the kind of fantasy I enjoy. I rarely read fantasy, and I have very specific reading tastes when it comes to fantasy, which I learned this year. It's not that I wanted to buy books just to buy books, but I realized that if it's not in these specific targets of like pirate books or very specific fantasy plot devices that are used, I'm not going to enjoy it. So this one, I have someone specific in mind that I think I want to give it to, so it's going to a great home, don't you worry. We then have a book that I had purchased on Book Outlet and planned on making a full vlog video about, and that is An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekinen. I'm sorry if that was butchered, I should have googled that ahead of time. This is an adult thriller that surrounds a couple of point of views. We follow this girl who enters to partake in like psychology experiments, and she is doing it because of the money, and we follow the psychologist, and it's just very creepy. I wanted to do this to read something out of my comfort zone, but turns out this was too far out of my comfort zone. I really disliked it, and it gave me the biggest reading slump, which I'm still trying to fight, so suffice to say it's not staying in the bookshelf. We have another surprising book, and that is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I have read a lot of Morgan Matson's other books, and I really love them. It's just the writing style in this one. I think this was one of her first books, and I'm not meshing with it. I tried to read this over 3 different summers, I believe, and never did I get like further than page 100. I even brought it on vacation with me, and it was like the last book I had to read, and I just never had the will to keep going, so I think someone else is going to enjoy this more, which is surprising because I really, really love road trip books, and this is a road trip book, but I found other favorites like The Geography of Lost Things. This is a lost cause. We then have a fantasy book, which is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. This is a It's Me, Not You issue. I tried reading this several times, and I'm still confused, and let me preface this and say that I tried several things to help me. I tried the audiobook, I joined reading groups for this, I tried reading it in little chunks, I googled stuff I didn't understand. I really tried it all. I tried reading this and rereading this several times. I just can't get around to it. It sucks because it has a beautiful cover and the premise of a magical library had really sucked me in, but it's not for me and I'm tired of trying. We then have Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. I did read Jennifer E. Smith's Field Notes on Love, didn't really like that, and I tried reading this, really didn't like that one either. This is about a girl who buys a lottery ticket for her friend, and it turns out that that specific friend wins the lottery, and it's kind of like they're changing dynamics. If you guys want to read a book about lottery, changing dynamics, family relationships, and just how money can change your life and how people are fake and people just want money, read Lucky in Love by Casey West. That book was and that is just kind of like the subpar version of Lucky in Love, in my opinion. And then we have a duology, which I'm getting rid of, and that is the Strange the Dreamer duology, which is Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares. This is the UK like limited print edition, so I might try to sell that or give it to someone who's been collecting these books, because I know it's harder to get your hands on the ones with the painted edges. But I tried reading Strange the Dreamer several different times. I've tried to annotate, like take notes, and I've tried rereading it and looking at video discussions to try to understand, but this book confuses the life out of me. So I think someone else will enjoy it more. I was told it had beautiful lyrical writing, but you know what, guys, I have learned that fantasy really just isn't for me. Again, except for the select few that I really enjoy. So these books I know mean a lot to a lot of people, so I want to try to find them a good home where they will be loved and cherished and taken care of. And because they're so chunky, they took up so much space on my bookshelves that I have to get rid of them, sadly. So that was it for my unhaul. Hope you guys enjoyed and aren't offended by any of these choices. I just want to clear my bookshelves. There will probably be other unhaul videos. I just don't want to keep things just for the sake of keeping things that are not going to make my collection better and make me happy. So this was the first batch of my apartment unhaul. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye guys!